All right. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on? It's your boy back at it again, Divine Divinations, back in your face, back in the place. Today's video, I got a certain topic in particular that I want to speak about. Um, I want to speak about how today, us going through this journey along life. See, like this is probably something that like a lot of y'all probably do anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like us, like on this journey, like through ascension, like we end up feeling like we have to answer like the different cause of consciousness and like within wondering why things are the way they are and like the way that we respond to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like it can make us look at certain experiences and certain things like in a certain way. But I'm here to say that through my meditations, I'm learning that more than anything else, we're gonna have to learn how to let a lot of shit go. You know what I'm saying? Because um that really goes plainly, like without being said. But a lot of things like that are done within consciousness today, and a lot of things like that we accept as truth about humanity. See, if we look at charts of consciousness, you know, and we look at this chart of how like the conscious mind travels from the subconscious mind, the energy of the subconscious mind, and it travels through this big gray area, a gap. You know what I'm saying? The subconscious mind probably about that big. This gap probably about that big. And then the front, like the outer layer, will have a layer of your conscious mind. You know what I'm saying? But through us going through this gray area, you know what I'm saying? Like this is basically like where all the mental fucking magnetic blocks are. You know what I'm saying? That fucking humanity have been storing up. You know what I'm saying? Like the different things that we've been telling ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like the different fears and fucking anxieties that we've been building up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such a psychic thing like that go on that like we really don't even realize, you know what I'm saying, like how these different energies that we're storing within our minds are rubbing off on each other. You know what I'm saying? And like are being stored within our DNA, and your kids are feeling the same way that you feel, and like are falling to the same mental traps that you did. This is where we get generational curses from. You know what I'm saying? But that's that's like on the DNA level. But like on a conscious level, you know what I'm saying? Like we have to be conscious about us going through this gray area, like between our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's something that's very powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like as we move like through this gray area, like it's a bunch of fucking magnetic blocks that like you end up getting caught up on that like keep you away from the truth. You know, that like keep you from getting that 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 keep the true nature of your subconscious mind from peering out into the conscious mind, basically, like making a connection between yourself fully, like that way you can convey messages like that much better. You know what I'm saying? Like you being tapped into that subconscious part of yourself, like you're tapped into the part that's connected into the spiritual world. Like that's your like the subconscious mind like is the part of you like that speaks without you noticing like your fucking response like before you would even think to form a response. You know what I'm saying? Like what's your response? Like this is stuff that like a lot of people like really don't understand like why this is important. And like I would have to like stretch so far to like explain to you like why this is important, like why you should be worried about like why see really like I would have to trick y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like with something like that you would want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we just do that forever, and you know that was the good idea. But now I really can't hit you with like how your mind work. A lot of my black people is tricked for real. You know what I'm saying? And like just like haven't been doing their research. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of folk mind like just like not in a place like where they can receive a lot of this information, and that's okay. You know, it's all right. You know, but a motherfucker can't get mad at me like when I start speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like it was certain things that like I knew and certain shit like that I was previewed to. You know what I'm saying? Like we really not realizing like how our true God nature is coming from the subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? Like the part of you that speaks without your conscious mind having anything to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that's the God nature. You know what I'm saying? Like the fucking magnetic side of you that speaks without you being consciously aware of it. You know what I'm saying? I see like you don't know that you tapped into the energy like that you around and like the energy like that's on this planet. We really had to play hardball like with ourselves right now. Because like it's a lot of different energy that we can get caught up into. You know what I'm saying? And like you would just subconsciously plug off into some shit thinking that this is what you want to do because oh you want to do it. Okay, go ahead and do it. I suggest you make your visit to doing that bullshit a short little amount of time. Like, don't do that shit for too long. You know what I'm saying? If I can make that shit a part of yourself, because like you're gonna grow to regret it. You know what I'm saying? Like then you're gonna realize that you have to struggle to let this shit go to become who it is like that you want to become. You know, like you're gonna realize later like that you've only managed to put yourself like on a crutch. You know what I'm saying? Like you've like developed something and like you have to maintain this connection with it to even feel like you alive. You know what I'm saying? Like this not just for people that do drugs, it's people that be in relationships that feel like this. You know? It's people that feel like this about sex. You know, it's people that feel like this about food, you know. It's people that feel like this purely about just having people around them. Like you would feel dead if you didn't if like did nobody come and see you, you wouldn't be able to do shit with yourself to fucking entertain yourself and to fucking consciously enlighten yourself like to some facts like that could just have your mind wandering past what's even going on with you right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to like look past like your hardships like and see something that like mattered. You know what I'm saying? And like you wonder about that like as opposed to sitting there feeling like oh this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like see, I didn't really make the connection from my subconscious mind into my conscious mind. But as I look back, as I look back and I look at where consciousness is at within everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that you're in the worst position, you know what I'm saying? But see, like within the mass conscious, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the ones that can wake up, y'all can seem like you're not gonna wake up because of the shit that the mass conscious do. You know, and that's just what I would think. But you could you could go off and wake up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas think this shit is just scatter shot. Like nah, ain't nothing just gonna happen to you. Like you know that by this point, like in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to get something. You know, I suggest y'all invest in developing your consciousness, developing your spiritual side, developing your Merkaba, and waking up spiritually. You know what I'm saying? The information that'll start peering into your mind, you will know without a shadow of a doubt what kind of path you on. You know what I'm saying? And if you're able to look past what could be happening and like what your mind could perceive it as, you know what I'm saying, and see yourself through consciously, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really the true nature, like of the like of all of this. They tell us to always go with your first mind. Now sometimes your first mind is tricking you. And you want to be able to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to have your mind and your consciousness set like in a certain place so that while you experiencing this shit, you will know what it is like that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you start to do it, like as soon as you walk into these certain buildings and start to deal with these certain people, you will know if these people are gonna be people that's gonna help you get to where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like this is another reason why you put yourself on target, like on aim. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because the world will give it to you, you know? Like the world And consciousness around you, like consciousness is like looking to do like what it is like that we want to do. But see, we have to burst forward. You know what I'm saying? Like where we at, like consciousness is fucking being suppressed. So fucking like the 13th son say, you really do have to poof, like you have to fucking push forward and fucking press back out through that dome, that firmament. You have to break through that motherfucker. Fucking real shit. You know what I'm saying? You talking to somebody that did that. You know what I'm saying? That fucking eventually I fucking then been outside the firmament. And it seen it like with my consciousness. My physical body wasn't out there, but my consciousness went. Like my soul went out there and I saw that shit. You know? We really need to be thinking about this like in a different way. You know? Like it become like more efficient, like when you're able to look at this like from a spiritual way and like you're able to know that okay, my mind can do this. Okay. Purely simply, you know. My mind can make things happen, you know. Mm. I would say together, shit, we can move mountains. Shit. Like the people that like the people that be around me, what you think 30 of me would do. That'd be unstoppable. My spirit already worth 1,000 of y'all. I sit around 1,000 of y'all and it'll be a symphony in that motherfucker. How it can be. I ain't saying that this is what I be doing, but like I can manipulate consciousness in that way. You know? Like I be I I be making the point to tell people, you know what I'm saying? Like so that people know what they dealing with, but folk only end up getting scared. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to fuck nobody up, but folk only end up getting scared. I had to keep this information to myself. You know what I'm saying? And like only tell those who looking to get up within your consciousness, say what it is that you want. You know, say what it is like that you seek, and let your inner heart's magnet guide you there. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be caught up on any fucking magnetic block within the gray area, but to get through, all you gotta say is, "I want to get through." Like this is what I want. I want to live better. I want to live healthier. You know, and don't feel bad about it. Go do it. This is what you're looking for. You know. You feel like you got to feel bad like when we changing. We're breeding consciousness to be dependent upon energy purely. To be dependent on energy and like not have to be dependent upon the wrong energy. Like let me say, like you're not even tapping into source energy. Like you're not even tapping into the prana that's around you. And like it's hella energy like that's just around you. But you want to go eat this bullshit food, you know what I'm saying? And like you be looking for people to give you energy and you want to go and trick your mind into feeling like you got energy. You know what I'm saying? Like by watching these programs and fucking listening to this music and this should give you such a release. This is your mind. No, you have to realize that like you're not even doing nothing. You just tricking the mind. You know what I'm saying? Like they've had y'all meditating for a long time. Like within a trance for a long time. And you didn't even know it. That all this shit like it's a trance. It's a it's a trance. All this shit. It's a big ass trance. You have to learn how to trance your own mind and like make your own beliefs start to matter like around you. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the way out. This is the way out. Like when you start seeing your consciousness do stuff like this, you know that you free. You know, like once you can make it outside of yourself and you can make it outside the firmament, like you can make it out into the galaxy at large, like into the universe that we live in and see the planets and shit. Like, you fucking real. And see fucking astral entities. The astral entities that fucking created us that are still out there, you know. Like, when you able to see the future, like, I be up on Capitol Hill, like, fucking they mind up. Like, if you be watching like some of these senates and shit, and like they be looking a little like uneasy, all 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 up at U.S. Senate, I'm telling you, like that's me sitting there in his ass, like, and he feel like fuck, okay, I'm lying, uh, or I'm just like not letting them feel easy about nothing that's going on because that bullshit that they be doing. You know what I'm saying? Fucking real shit. Like like if you never set up and watched the U.S. Senate like sit up and delegate about some shit and like their energy look a little weird, you know what I'm saying? Like that was probably me on them. You know what I'm saying? Pushing them. Fucking real deal. Fucking real deal. Like, they be wondering like where I'm at. I didn't fucking said my name and like watched the whole thing, nigga. They cut everything, nigga. They cut everything and went to motherfucking commercial. I'm like, oh, okay, they looking for me, and like I can feel it like within my energy. Like now they out there searching. I'm like, you're not gonna find me, stupid. Like you're gonna forget that this is that like you even want this like in the next 10 minutes, and you're gonna be on to doing something else. Like they got you so busy, don't they? Folk want to fight me physically, but I'm fighting with the spirit. Like I could fight you with your energy, like, but you would want to fight me, like trying to hurt me, stop me. You don't realize like where my perspective and like my perception is truly like this is like why I say this because I come in all with all intensive purposes on using this like to enlighten the people that I'm around. Like, but see, like it's not letting me just do it because y'all are taking for granted. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's certain shit like that y'all have to learn about this. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. You know, and it's a lot of things like that I wouldn't just be able to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only explain certain things and like help put your consciousness in a certain space to where you could experience it for yourself. You know, I really can't tell you nothing. You would probably experience some shit that I didn't. You'll probably see some shit that I didn't see. You know, that's because you're a different being. Your DNA probably go in a different direction. You know, your consciousness will go in a different direction. You know, folk be folk be laughing at like what I got to say, but like can't do none of what I could do. Like I be sitting there looking like, okay, is it like that, man? Like nigga be laughing like, oh his consciousness, nigga. Yes, nigga. This is exactly what the fuck is going on, nigga. Like the fuck, it's fucking hilarious. But it's your boy, Divine Divination. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all have it back. Stay your pyramid of peace, your pyramid of protection, your pyramid of prosperity. Stay liked up, loved up, blissed up. Meditate every day. Elevate your mind. One of you niggas gonna levitate. I guarantee it. But take that. Peace.